All right. We are going to try to understand what this question mark is in what happens when we try to solve the equation w equals z to the n for z. So we figured out using polar coordinates that z was going to be something times r to the power 1 over n times e to the I theta over n, where r came from the fixed value of w. That's the radius, the magnitude of w, and theta was the angle of w, and that was some angle between minus pi and pi, inclusive at pi. So theta over n then is somewhere in the sector minus pi over n. It's less than theta over n, less than or equal to pi over n. So just drawing that, this sector is from minus pi over n up to pi over n, and it includes the top one. So this is going to be in the z plane. So this number, whatever it is going to appear in this sector. Whatever radius you get comes from the radius of r, so that will tell us which circle we're on. But the angle it's on is going to be in this sector. So this part we understand. The question is, how do we get the other values? And let's take the nth power of this and substitute it back in here and see what we got. So w is supposed to be z to the power n, which is going to be question mark to the n, times r to the n over n, times e to the I theta over n times n, which is going to be question mark to the n times r e to the I theta. But w is r e to the I theta, so therefore we wind up with 1 is equal to question mark to the n. So that means question mark must be one of the nth roots of unity. And that's exactly what I stated here. This extra factor must be one of the nth roots of unity. And there are exactly n of them. And when we think about it, you realize, okay, this is just going to count which sector we're in. This sector is the sector corresponding to k equals 0. If we take exactly that sector and rotate it once so that it touches here, so remember this one is not included inside the sector, but this one is, the top. So if we rotate it, the next one, this line is not included in this sector, but this one will be. So rotating, we don't include it this time, and this is now 2 pi over n. And rotate it again, 3 pi over n, etc. So this sector will be k equals 1, and the next one, this one's k equals 0, the next one will be k equals 2, and so on, all the way up to k equals n minus 1. So this factor just tells you which sector of the z-plane the answer lies in. Nth roots of unity are useful for exactly this purpose. So you should remember what the cube roots of unity are. The fourth roots of unity are especially easy. The fifth roots of unity nobody knows off the top of their head, but for example, Wolfram alpha knows that e to the 2 pi I over 5 is 1/4 times the square root of 5 minus 1 plus I times the square root of 5 over 8 plus the square root of 5 over 8. But most of us are happy with just simply cosine of 2 pi over 5 and sine of 2 pi over 5. And that's all you need, really. Okay, cut.